Well, good morning, friends. Today, I want to take you along with me for a productive day. And I feel like so far, 2022 has been kind of a challenge for me, really trying to get into the groove of wanting to be productive. I've had a lot of just kind of slow days where I just felt like I needed to take things slow, and I feel like that often happens to me during the winter. And so I've really been trying to give myself grace to have some of those slower days, but I really do feel like, especially in the past few days, I have been having a bit more energy, wanting to get more done, and I woke up feeling that way this morning too. So I really want to use today just to check off some things, some tasks from my to-do list, whether that's with work or also a bunch of things around the house too. So I thought it would be fun just to take you guys along with me today as we do that. Now, it is still fairly early in the morning. I just woke up and got dressed. So what I want to do now is to go to the gym, get in a workout. I've been trying to work out really regularly 3 times a week. If not more, but at least 3 times a week. And so today I want to go to the gym and work out. That's why I'm dressed in all black right now. I'll show you my gym outfit before I leave. But I want to work out. I have this amazing smoothie recipe that I recently just fell in love with that I want to make with you guys. And then once we kind of finish up my morning routine, then we can get into kind of planning out some of the more work and just home things that we want to do today. So I'm going to head to the gym now. We'll start our day with some exercise, and I always find that that kind of fuels me throughout the rest of the day. Before I head off to the gym, I did quickly want to share with you guys what I'm going to be wearing. So I've just got on my Roots Canada hat because my hair needs to be washed, so just decided to put a hat on, age-old trick. I have a Gymshark set on, so this is a long sleeve shirt with these little hand hole things. I don't know. I like it because it helps everything to stay in place, and it's super comfortable. And then I'm just wearing the matching high-waisted leggings. I have this jacket that I stole from Christopher. I just like having an extra layer to put on when I'm going to the gym at this time of year because it can get really cold outside. And then finally, I've just got on my Allbirds sneakers. So that's what I'm going to be wearing. Super comfortable, super neutral, and yeah, excited to work out. So I just pulled up my workout for today, and it looks like today is going to be a lot of arms and shoulders. Christopher helped me kind of come up with a specific workout program for me, so this is kind of a preview of what we're going to be doing today. So I just got back from the gym, I had a great workout, and my arms are kind of feeling that good kind of tired where it's like you've done some work. So now I want to kind of refuel by having a smoothie, and I recently have discovered a new smoothie recipe. I actually kind of created it, but I'm super obsessed with it. So I wanted to walk through with you guys exactly how I make that. So I've got all of the ingredients right here. What we're going to add to it is half a banana. I will often just buy a whole bunch of bananas, freeze them all, and then just add them to smoothies as needed. So half a banana. We're going to use 1 cup of this passion fruit tropical blend. I got this from Target, but it has pineapple chunks, dragon fruit chunks, passion fruit juice, mango puree inside of it. I'm going to add in a scoop of these collagen peptides. I've been taking collagen a lot more recently to improve my hair and my skin, and it's also just an easy way to add a bit of protein to the smoothie without getting a huge protein powdery taste. I'm going to add some vanilla honey blended Greek yogurt. You could also use just vanilla yogurt or regular Greek yogurt. I really like this vanilla honey one though. And then I'm going to add probably 1 teaspoon of honey and then some oat milk. So those are the ingredients. I'm just going to throw them all in the blender, and we'll make a delicious and really fun, very pink smoothie. It's really pretty. And here's my little like pro tip if you want a smoother smoothie without any kind of like chunks, is to blend up all of your like larger fruits and things like that first before adding any powders, liquids, or sweeteners. So I've just got my frozen fruit blend and banana in here. I'm going to blend that up into small pieces, and then we'll go ahead and add in the milk, the yogurt, and all of that. So here's the smoothie, and I am just obsessed with the color. It's so fun and tastes amazing too. I will leave the recipe in the description box, so if you want to try making it yourself, definitely recommend this one. It's one of my new favorites. So now I'm going to just chill for a few moments, drink this, and then I want to go for a shower, need to wash my hair. So I'm going to do that, and then I want to get to some morning reading and then kind of really get into the day. But first, I just like to take a few minutes to chill and to decompress a bit after getting back from the gym. Okay, so I just took my shower, did some reading, got dressed. Actually, I wanted to share with you guys, I love this new sweater that I got from Organic Basics. It's made out of recycled wool. It's super cozy, love the color, and I actually have a 10% discount code for you. So if you're looking for like a really cute, cozy, but very sustainable sweater, definitely check out Organic Basics. They have some good ones. But now what I want to do is to start getting into the groove of my day. So when I have a busy day like this, the first thing that I like to do is just to go into my bullet journal and to write out a list of everything that I want to get done, just to make sure that I'm kind of covering all of my bases and that I can have something to reference and to go back to throughout the day. I'm definitely that person who, if I don't write it down, it doesn't get done. So I just want to spend a few minutes writing down everything that I want to accomplish, and then we can start getting to work on the list. So I just wrote out my list here, and on the agenda for today, I need to respond to a bunch of emails that have come in over the past few days. I need to finish editing a video that I started editing yesterday. I also need to create a thumbnail for that video, and then I want to write out my 2022 reading list. I want to book a solo business retreat that I'm going to be going on next week, actually. I've kind of put off booking it till the last minute. I'll tell you guys more about it when we're actually booking it. I'm really excited. But then the last thing that I want to do is clean out the fridge because it just really needs it. This is an ambitious list for sure, but it's definitely doable. So I think I'm going to get started with the emails. I really like tackling those earlier in the day so I can kind of just forget about them for the rest of the day. I usually only check my email once a day. I find that it helps me stay a lot more productive, and like I'm not always kind of losing distraction from whatever else I'm working on. So I think I'm going to start with that and then edit the video. And by that time, I will probably be hungry for lunch. So I think I'll plan on creating just a natural break in my schedule there so I can eat. That is something that I've been trying to be a lot more intentional with in 2022, is not forgetting meals, because I think towards the end of last year, I was kind of getting into a bad habit of just skipping lunch pretty regularly because I'd get so caught up working that I'd forget about it. And so I think that by like specifically thinking through, okay, when am I going to break for lunch? That's just been helping me to get into a regular, I guess, routine, which sounds weird to be getting into a routine of eating, but I honestly was probably forgetting to eat lunch about 60% of the time for a little while there. So it's been good for me just to kind of create that signal in my brain that when I finish this task, it's time to stop and it's time to break and it's time to eat. And honestly, that's been really good, not just from a feeding my body is important perspective, but also I'm a lot more productive and I can think more clearly when I have food and fuel in my stomach. So it's good on all counts. Let's go ahead and crack open my computer though and start working on those emails and that video. So it's a few hours later now and I was able to get a lot done. I went through all of my emails. My inbox is now empty, or at least everything is sent off. And then I also was able to edit the video. The last thing I need to do with that is just kind of do a final watch through to make sure there are no mistakes that I missed. But apart from that, it's ready to go. So now I figure it's time to make some lunch, and I'm hungry, I'm ready for it. And so what I'm thinking I'm going to make is some avocado toast with a sunny side up egg over top of that. It's one of those like really easy filling lunches, although that's technically probably more of a breakfast food for most people, but it's something that I really enjoy having for lunch. So I'm going to use my Dave's Killer bread. It's like this very like good for you seedy bread. So I'm going to make a slice of that, some eggs, and then cut up an avocado. Just put that all together. It's really easy, it's delicious. I'm excited for it. So here's my lunch. The egg is covering most of it, but we've got some toast, some avocado, 2 sunny side up eggs, and then I just put some chives on top with some salt and pepper. So really easy, but I cannot wait to eat this. This is one of my favorite meals. Okay, so I'm excited to dig into this, but while I do that, I really want to take a minute to update my 2022 reading list. I pretty much always have kind of an ongoing reading list that I'll update every so often, but my current list, it's been almost a year since I last updated it. And so there are a lot of books that I've read that I want to add to my have read section. But also I've gotten some really good recommendations lately for different fiction and nonfiction books that I really want to add to my to read list. So while I eat lunch, I think I'm going to just spend a few minutes updating that so that the next time that I'm kind of looking for a good book to read, I can just kind of go to that, pick a book out, and read it. I find that really helps me because otherwise I kind of get caught up in some decision paralysis, or it's like, of all the books I could read in the world, which one am I going to read next? So I'm going to enjoy my lunch, do that, and I'll share with you guys some of the books that I want to read in 2022 after lunch. Okay, so here's my 2022 reading list, and I've got to divide it into fiction and nonfiction, and my goal was actually to read 36 books this year, and obviously this is only about 10, so I'll definitely read more than this, but these are some of like the top books that I really want to make sure that by the end of the year I read. So for fiction, we've got A Fall of Marigolds, All the Light We Cannot See, The Tattooist of Auschwitz, It Ends With Us, and Dune. And then for nonfiction, I've got The War of Art, Daily Rituals, To Hell with the Hustle, The Millionaire Next Door, The Art of Gathering, and The Home Edit book. So coming up with that list was a lot of fun. Honestly, that's something that I wanted to do. I had it on my to-do list for today, but also it's just something I genuinely enjoy, is kind of dreaming up what books I'm going to read next. So had a lot of fun with that, enjoyed my lunch, but now I'm definitely feeling refueled and ready to continue working. So this afternoon I want to work on creating the thumbnail for my video and just kind of getting everything ready for that to go live. And then I want to go through our fridge, clean that out. And then also I need to book the Airbnb for the business retreat. So I think I'm going to just finish up all the loose ends that I need to do for the video first. Then we can work on the retreat and then kind of like finish things off with the fridge, because I might tie that into getting dinner ready. I'm going to make myself a tea though first, just so that I have something to kind of sip on and enjoy while I'm working. Got my tea and I'm ready to go back to work. This is a rooibos tea and it's caffeine free because I try not to have caffeine after 12 p.m. Okay, so I think I've got my thumbnail ready to go. Usually what I like to do is to create a few different options and then kind of choose my favorite of the options that I have. So this is option 1, option 2, it's kind of brighter, change the wording a bit, and then option 3, and I think I'm leaning towards option 2. So I'm going to use that for the video. I need to finish up writing the description a little bit,
and filling that out, but then after that, the video is pretty much ready to go.
Okay, so it's a few hours later now. Time kind of got away on me there. I feel like that happens when I'm working on the computer a lot, where I'll just be working on something and then I'll look up and then 5 hours will have passed by. Hasn't been 5 hours, but it's just, yeah, it's been a little while since I checked in. So I was able to get everything sorted with the thumbnail, with the video. I actually posted the video, so we're all good on that front. But now I have kind of migrated over to my office, which I realize I don't actually spend that much time in. Christopher makes fun of me all the time for that, but it's really dark in the morning and really bright and sunny in the afternoon. So I love coming in here in the afternoon once the light has kind of left the living room, so I can just migrate with the light all day. I'm kind of like a cat in that way, even though I'm not hugely a cat person. At any rate though, I'm in here now, and what I want to do next is to book my solo business retreat. And I kind of mentioned this earlier, but something that I've really been wanting to do for a long time, but especially kind of as the year was wrapping up and as I'm beginning a new year, was to just spend a few days where I could kind of get away from my day-to-day routine, get outside of the house, and to just spend some time dreaming and planning for what I want to do with my YouTube channel, my business going forward. And over the past few weeks, I've actually been working on a list of all of the things that I want to accomplish during this trip. And so really the last piece of this is to actually book the trip so that it goes from that dream to a reality and something that I actually do. And I feel like part of me has been putting this off a little bit because it feels a little bit scary to invest in me and my business sometimes, but this is something that I really want to do. I think it's going to be hugely beneficial for me and hopefully just give me a lot of kind of renewed energy and excitement for everything that I'm doing here on YouTube and just in life in general. So I've put together a little wish list on Airbnb of different places in the mountains that I'd like to stay at, and now I basically just need to scroll through them, figure out which one I want to go to, and then book it.
So here are our options. Most of these are outside of Asheville or Boone, although I think this one is outside of Greenville, South Carolina, but all kind of about an hour to a 2-hour drive away from us. So we've got some tiny houses, some little apartments, a lot of different options here. Oh, this looks like a beach house. Really like this one. So pretty. Such a just like inspiring space. And I can just imagine sitting there planning and dreaming. Love all the natural light. So that's definitely a top option. And then other options that I really like are, this one looks really cute. This one's right outside of Asheville, and I think, again, this just looks like a really, really pretty, bright space. And then I think this one also looks really amazing. Let's see here. It's just like simple, but looks really comfortable.
I think I've got this narrowed down to my top 3 choices now. We've got the boho chic apartment, the historic farmstead, and then kind of the eclectic tiny house out in the middle of nowhere. I would say that that one is probably my favorite, and I do just love the idea of being able to kind of dream and plan for the future in just this really bright, inspiring space. But it's also the most expensive of the 3. It's $446 for 2 nights, which feels like a lot to me, especially since, you know, Christopher isn't joining me. This is just something I'm going on myself, and I'm going to be working for most of the time. So I think that that one, even though I really like it, is kind of a little bit more than I was looking to pay. So I think that narrows it down to the apartment and then the farmstead, and I think I'm leaning towards the farmstead. It is a little bit more, but I really do think that the space is going to be one that I'm really excited and wanting to be creative in, and it's a bit more outside of the city. The apartment is pretty much inside of Asheville, and I really like the idea of just having a kind of quiet, simple setting for me to be able to plan and reflect. So I think I've talked myself into a decision here. Let's go with the historic farmstead, and it's pretty close to Asheville too, so if I need food or coffee or anything like that during the trip, it'll be a short drive for me to get there. So I'm going to go ahead and book this now, and then over the next few days, because I actually leave on Monday, so over the weekend, what I want to do is take the list of different things that I want to accomplish on this trip that I've already been working on and basically turn that into a schedule and a timeline of here's how I want to use my time while I'm there so I can really be making the most of it. But let's go ahead and book this now. Well, we did it. We got the place. Now it's time to start kind of putting things into motion, and I'm really getting excited for this trip. This really has been a good and productive day already. I'm really happy with everything that we've gotten done so far. Honestly, getting that Airbnb booked was just kind of like that one last thing that kind of has made me very, very excited for that trip. So really can't wait for that. But now I've come over to the kitchen because the last big thing that I want to tackle today, kind of as the sun's going down, we're kind of hitting late afternoon at this point, is I want to tackle the fridge. And honestly, it has been a while since I went through the fridge before Christmas, so it's been at least a month at this point, if not more. So what I want to do is basically just to, number one, go through and remove any food in there that might have gone bad. And then after that, I want to do a deep clean of all of the shelves, wipe them down because I've noticed some food residue on them, and I find that personally really gross. So I want to wipe those down. And then finally, it's pretty disorganized in there right now. So basically I want to go in there and reinstitute the organization system that I initially set up. I think it was in like August or July. I'd been kind of maintaining that fairly well, but recently it's kind of gotten out of control a little bit. So I want to spend some time just making sure that everything is in its place and that it has a place too. So that's the plan, and I was thinking maybe to make this a little bit more fun, because I do feel like it will be a pretty drastic difference, is let me film a before and after for you guys so you can see the before, you can see the after, and we can just all appreciate how satisfying it is to have a nice clean fridge. Okay, so here's the before. Everything is just kind of all over the place. Pretty full looking too, except for this drawer that's randomly empty. Not sure why. And then I would say the condiments aren't too bad. There's only so much you can do to really organize them. The ketchup definitely doesn't belong with our milk though, so want to move that. But yeah, here is the before. Really excited to inject some cleanliness and organization into here, because like this right here, I mean, it happens so quickly, but just the little like gunk that builds up in fridges is gross. So I'm going to grab a cloth and cleaning spray now, and let's get to it. Here is the end product. It definitely isn't like Pinterest perfect or anything like that, but it really is so much more organized. So up here, I have some leftovers, eggs, and milk. We've got vegetables here. We have fruit here. And then we have things like yogurt, hummus, different like dips, sauces, things like that we use throughout the week. In here, I have some meats and cheeses. Then down here, I have some salad ingredients, some drinks, and then I've just kind of reorganized, cleaned everything out in here, and it's just looking so much better. So I'm really glad we took some time to take care of the fridge. I feel like it's always just so nice being able to look in there and to see exactly what I need right away, and just to have kind of a spot for everything makes it a lot easier, just to make it so that the fridge doesn't become chaotic, kind of like it was before. Now though, it's about 6 p.m. and we've gotten a lot done today, so I'm ready to start kind of winding down for the evening. Christopher just got back from the gym. He's in the shower now, so I think I'm going to get some food ready for dinner, and we actually have a lot of leftovers right now. I made some beef stew and homemade fresh bread earlier this week, and then we also have some taco meat and kind of taco things that we need to eat up too. So I think probably one of us will eat the taco meat and the other will have the beef stew. Not sure who's going to have what, but we're going to make it a leftovers night so that I can make sure that the food doesn't go to waste and it all gets eaten. So I'm going to get that out, and then I think tonight Christopher and I are just going to have a chill night at home, so we'll probably play some games, watch a movie. Not sure exactly what we'll get out to, but I'm sure it'll be fun. We kind of do a lot in our social schedule, so it's always nice to have just an evening at home to chill and to relax together. With that in mind though, I think I might film a couple more clips throughout the evening, but I think I'm going to end this one here. So thank you guys all so much for coming along and for joining me in this productive day. I always enjoy spending the day with you as we get productive and get things done, but that is everything I've got for you in today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like if you haven't already. Subscribe for more simple and intentional living videos coming at you twice a week. And I hope you guys have an amazing day wherever you are. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one.